Okay, awesome. I don't feel ready. Are you ready? Let's just chat, dude. We're having a fat chat now.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hit it. How's it, everybody? Welcome to Crisp. My name is Sekwatela, and I'm joined by none other than Khumo Leff. Khumo, it's nice to have you.
It's your boy Khumo Leff. What's up, man?
It's fresh, bro. You're Khumo Leff, but you're sitting on the right. So how are you feeling, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm in a really good place. Yourself?
Oh, yes, I'm very good, very good. And I'm sure you're in a good place because we heard the song that you're performing. It's called Do You. Do You, yes. Tell us more about that.
So, Do You is a song that just came up a couple of weeks ago. It happened in like 10, 20 minutes. So I was chilling with my producer, Caesar. He's amazing. And we were just chilling there. And he came up with the beat. I just started randomly singing melodies to it. And then I was thinking about like, you know how I say I'm in a good place right now, but like how I'm just doing me, you know, as a person, and how at the same time there was a kind of relationship that wanted to bloom, but this person wanted me to be there more than I could. So I was like, you know what, rather don't focus on me right now, just do you, you know? And then the elements of the song just happen to come together like that.
Sure. Some sage advice from the man Khumo Leff on my right, yeah. But yeah, no, that sounds pretty exciting. And you said that it took like 20 minutes to throw this all together.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of your freestyles. Would you consider yourself a freestyle rapper?
Yeah. For the most part, that's all I am right now.
Wow.
Because I haven't written a song in 5 years.
You haven't written a song in 5
every
years?
song I've done in the last 5 years, I haven't written.
Sheesh.
So I've just gone off the fly with it. So it's not like every song was one take, but everything was done without having to use pen or paper for me to type it or anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to test this. Can I give you a beat right now? Can I give you a beat?
Of course you'd want to test
Yeah,
it.
of course, bro, because you're out here flexing, so we must give you something to flex
let's
with.
do it.
Okay, are we? Let's see.
Is that the beat? Okay. Yeah. I saw the money coming like a prophet. Dead presidents, pockets looking like they coffins. Yeah, ready to start, don't know who the hell gon' stop it. Hellfire will never gon' stop this. And will on my way, don't know if my will is the way, but I will have a way straight. And I'ma spit it with no delay. Don't matter what I'm sitting on, left or the right today. I got the rights to play. The right, no charades, got the lights everywhere. But anyway, if it happens that I drop it, it's probably gonna be anvils, cause I'm a heavyweight.
Hey! Okay, you're the real deal. He's the real deal. You should definitely check him out. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty exciting, man.
Yeah.
Like, you must have been honing this freestyle thing for a while. You must have been like listening to rap like for a long time. So tell us about like the come up. Tell us about like what got you inspired to actually get into music, you know?
Honestly, I wasn't inspired to get into music. I've been in music my whole life. I don't remember when I actually started, you know, but I do know when I started to pursue it, you know, when I decided that, okay, I want to make something out of it. And it was a long time ago, and I didn't, you know, for the most part. I did everything else but pursue this. And then after a couple of life lessons, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be anybody else but this anyway. So let me just pursue my dream, man. So since then, I've worked with quite a lot of people, you know, behind the scenes, got to learn the game quite a lot from behind the scenes. So my come up almost feels complete, you know, even though I'll be considered as an upcoming artist, because like this is the first time that people are going to, you know about me and see me. But I've already, you know, done quite a lot of the back work, yeah.
Look, it's not the first time that people are going to see you. Maybe it's the first time they're going to see you on your own.
Yeah, it's not
because
the first.
I've seen you in like a lot of features. The feature that you did with RZA, the 3-letter one on YouTube. Fantastic.
Right.
We were literally banging it during research because we really enjoyed the vibe, the flow.
Yeah.
So with all these features, I'm sure you've like gained experience, as you're saying. So like tell us like about your favorite feature, the favorite one that you featured with, because you featured with like so many people.
Actually, one of the favorites that I can mention now is a song with Pdot and Youngsta CPT. Because how that came about was Caesar and I, my producer, we had already created the song. So the song had been sitting for some time. And then he played it for Pdot, and Pdot was like, yo, this is lit. And then he just immediately jumped on it. And then after jumping on it, Caesar sends me the track, says, what do you think? I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I'm like, okay, he can put it out if he wants to. He can have it as his own song. I'm cool because I don't have any intentions of using that song right now. And then they send me the song again. Then it has Youngsta CPT on it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then next thing I hear about it, it's charting on 5FM. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So the way that just came about for me was like, it was pretty interesting.
Damn. So you mentioned your producer, Caesar.
Yeah.
I've noticed that you guys look like your homies. Like, saw pictures of you guys on Facebook. You know, those poses in the bathroom, pretty dope. Tell us more about not just Caesar, but Candy Store as like a producing group. Like, tell us more about the projects and the,
So Caesar and I have worked very closely for a couple of years now. I'm not even sure how many. But so how we met is that I used to go to a mutual friend's place, and he would play me beats, and I'd always choose a certain beat, and I'd jump on it. And then by the third beat, when I did that, I was like, who's this guy's beats that you keep giving me, right? And then he introduced me to Caesar, and I played him the song. I was like, hey, bro, what do you think? He's like, yo, this song is fire, right? And then he wanted to charge me for it, and I told him I don't buy beats. And then he's like, what? You don't buy beats? Well, then screw you. And then that's how we met, right?
Oh.
And then like not long after that, I was working with another guy who needed like a hands-on producer all the time. And then he was the first person I could think of, you know, because he was using his actual, you know, computer typing keyboard to make beats, and they were sounding crazy, you know what I mean? And then, he got there, and then he was paid quite a lot for it. And then he realized why not to charge me for beats.
Because you're the connection. You're the plug, bro.
I don't buy beats. I really do believe that, you know, when I'm going to sit down with a producer, I'm bringing in an equal input. He's bringing in an equal input. And then, you know, from that, we'll both eat. But if I don't know you and I really did want your beat, I probably might have to buy it, but I probably still won't.
I check.
I might think about it.
I check. But yeah, you know, man, just keep the flow, mutually beneficial relationships. And good old networking. The Dunning-Kruger effect that you did with Candy Store looked pretty cool on SoundCloud. I saw you even retweeted, if that's what you do on SoundCloud. I'm assuming that you're involved there somehow. Tell us about that process.
So the Dunning-Kruger effect was the first actual EP that Caesar and I cooked together and decided to put out, because he and I have like a catalog of songs that we've never released. So they're basically, you know, getting lost in the hard drive with every day. But so that was a pretty cool project we put together that was based on the Dunning-Kruger effect, which was a study that was conducted to, you know, basically see that there are certain people that don't know how bad they are at certain things, and that's what makes them actually succeed, because they won't, you know, have any limitations to them actually trying stuff. You know, those guys that you know, like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, but he's doing
wooden mic people from Idols that just keep believing.
Right? Yeah,
I see there's a name for that.
That guy doesn't have the same limitations as what most talented people would have, you know, and they go out for it. And then we were like at a crossroad with ourselves, because we're like, why aren't we putting the stuff out? You know, and then that's the same time we came across that study, because we were overthinking it.
That's pretty cool. And I'm glad to, like, well, not glad, it's interesting to hear the process that you had with Caesar, you know, someone that you're very, like, familiar with. So tell us, with your new EP coming out, was that like a solo project? Or it is a solo project, but like, tell us about the experience of doing things solo versus doing things
so this one was particularly unique, actually, because I haven't actually been in studio with Caesar for a long time. So I keep talking about him alone because he's been the one person that I've worked with for so long. That's why our sessions are so quick, by the way. And so he and I, we linked up for a long time, and he started working on a beat. Then we did Do You, and then about an hour after that, he started working on another beat, and then 20 minutes after that, we had Thanks for Waiting, which is another song that's going to be on the EP.
Oof, all these tasters.
So these are two songs that are going to be on the EP that were both done technically in an hour, you know, because the energy was just like it was correct. You know what I mean? Everything was just so beautiful about it. And then we managed to do those 2 tracks, and then we were like, okay, we're not making anything else that we're not going to put out. So let's just make this EP, the rest of the songs on this thing, and just take it out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And as I said earlier, very easy listenings. Our research team were referring to you as like a hook guy. Would you call yourself a hook guy because of how like easy your flow is to listen to?
Yeah.
You know, how nice it could be like as a hook. Would you consider yourself that?
You know, I feel a little bit like what I think David Blaine feels like before he's going to perform a magic trick, because of what I know we have in the catalog, you know.
Oof.
So yeah, sure, you could say I'm the hook guy right now. You know, the stuff that I'm putting out right now is intentionally, you know, meant to have the effect that it does. But I rap too, so you know, I sing, I have a lot of other friends who do the same things, and I have some of them on the catalog of music that we have. And there are so many different dimensions to the music that we've created. The hook guy will literally probably be how I'm remembered.
For now.
Hook, line, and sinker. Trust me. Trust me.
Gotti.
Trust me.
Okay, yeah, but you sound like you're very sure about where you want, what your sound wants to be, who you're sending it to. You sound very deliberate about where you're going. So tell us about what you want people to feel when they listen to your music. Who do you want it to be for? What situations, you know, would be ideal for a Khumo Leff track, you know, just to be in the background, you know?
I mean, there's really so many layers to how I can answer that, because I mean, I'm an African in Africa, but I believe I was born on the earth, you know. I belong in that space, you know what I mean? Like, I consider myself someone without any limits. They say, think out the box. I say, what box? You know what I mean? And for me, like, I'm literally in a place where I want to expose myself more to the world than just here at home. You know, even though there is local flavors in my music that I think would work here and abroad. You know what I mean? I really just, I want to give myself to the world, you know, because that's just who I am, man. I don't believe in just doing stuff to represent a certain place and just staying there. I can represent it from Mars if I had to, you know what I mean? But I just literally want to put my music out there to the world and see how much I can conquer. Like, when I'm thinking about the concert I want to do Tomorrowland, man.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I want to do stuff
Taking
like
my
that.
questions. Hey, that was literally going to be the next question. Where do you see like Khumo Leff performing the bigger stage? You know, this is the dream.
Yeah,
you know,
Tomorrowland.
Like, Tomorrowland. That's
Tomorrowland.
the one.
If Tomorrowland won't be the biggest, then I want to be part of an event that will be created in the future that kind of feels like a Tomorrowland in Africa. And I see it happening in Egypt for some odd reason.
Hey, bro, that's right.
Those pyramids in the background, you know.
Hey, bro.
I just might start my own Tomorrowland.
Hey,
you know,
bro. Hey, bro.
If
To
they won't do
infinity
it, I
and
will.
beyond, bro. Hey, you're
To
living
infinity
without
and
borders. I've seen the to infinity and beyond, and I can really feel that that's the energy you're putting off.
Can I tell you about that?
Please.
Buzz Lightyear.
Of course, bro. I knew that, but yeah, I thought there was like more to it, you know?
When I was a kid and I was watching Toy Stories, and there was a thing about Buzz, which I also later realized is the Dunning-Kruger effect. He was a toy that didn't know he's a toy. He was a space ranger. You understand?
Yeah.
That's who he saw himself as, you know what I mean? And when he started speaking about infinity, I had never pictured what that could be. So when I started, you know, picturing infinity, my mind kept going and going and going. And
As
since
infinity
then,
does,
I believe
you
that's
know.
when my imagination really, you know, started to come alive. And I've never forgotten those words ever since. That's why they're everywhere with everything that I do.
But I want to find out more about like Khumo Leff, the person. I see you have some jewelry there. One of those things. It looks like from the Egyptian thing.
Yeah,
the
it's the
Ankh.
Ankh,
Yeah, it looks
it's
like it's from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sorry.
A lot less Yu-Gi-Oh, trust me. It's ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Ankh. It's a sign of eternal life. So it's something I gravitate towards quite a lot, you know, because I'm also not a religious person. I'm an ominist, you know.
An ominist?
Yeah. It's a bit much to get into for today, but it's basically to say that I don't believe there's one true religion, but I believe there's a truth in all of them.
Cool.
And so for me, it's that's enough for this conversation.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
conversation
fair.
for another day. Yeah.
You know what? You're speaking about truth, and I'm glad that your truth is very much like the song. It's doing you,
Yes.
and I'm excited to see where you end up. because very easy listening. We enjoyed listening to it. So looking forward to seeing more of your stuff. Thank you for being here on Crisp. Stay crispy, my friend. And you guys at home, you must also stay crispy.
All right, man. Good
Sweet.
stuff.
Keep it fresh, man.
So just do you.